Hello everyone! Today we bring you a new series for our channel, where we will look at the most beautiful Queen's Gambit games. To start the series off, we will look at a game by someone who is considered the best player of all time. Of course, we're talking about Garry Kasparov. This match is from the 1981 World Junior Championship in Graz, played between Kasparov and the Austrian Duer. Kasparov was white and opened with d4. Duer played knight to f6, but as we know, the Queen's Gambit starts with d4, d5 and c4. There are other variations of this play, such as this one, which was d4, knight f6, c4 and e6. Kasparov plays knight c3, and after d5, this is a board from the Queen's Gambit, the declined variant. Knight f3, then black plays bishop e7, bishop g5, black finishes developing with a castle, e3, and black plays h6. Up until now these have all been by the book moves. Going by that logic, many people would play bishop to h4 here, but Kasparov plays bishop f6 instead. He saw that his bishop wasn't that strong in this position, with potential h4, g4 or g5 moves. He opts to sacrifice that bishop. White in this position will most often play rook to c1 to open the c-line for the rook. Queen c2 is also a common move, but Kasparov once again opts for another rare move in queen d2. His aim for this game was to castle queenside and to attack black's kingside castle with h4, g4 and g5, and to open his king. Black plays c6, and Kasparov continues his train of thought as we said, knight d7, g4 to play g5 next, a double attack and putting further pressure on the g and h lines. Black plays rook e8, Kasparov does his castle, finishing his development, and to further open more lines for his rooks and to continue attacking the king as previously envisioned. But black responds with a counter-attack on b5, not having time to wait, because when the castles are different, the most optimal lines of play are to attack the castles themselves by opening and putting pressure on the side where the opposing king is. b5 here opens the queen's side. White takes the pawn, and an exchange involving the bishop occurs and binds the d7 knight. Black plays rook b8, as we said, opening the rook for an attack on the white king, and Kasparov plays g5. For a cost of a pawn, Kasparov gets both the h and g lines for his rooks for a very strong attack formation. Black here could have played bishop e7 instead. When white plays g5, then play h5 and block the pawn with a later g6, and to have the opportunity to make a strong attack of his own with queen a5, bishop b4 and rook b8, which is why he sacrificed the earlier bishop. Without thinking outside of the box, this entire board would not have happened. Exchanging pieces ending with bishop g5, they have equal material now. Black takes a g5, and after queen g5, now white makes a brilliant tempo move, f4, opening his queen with tempo, attacking the opposing queen, and unlock the aforementioned g and h development of the rooks. Duer plays queen to f6, then of course queen to h2. Here he threatens a mate in 1 on h8. Black plays g6 to defend against that mate. And now another brilliant move from Kasparov. You can pause the video and leave a guess in the comments as to which move it is. The move was f5. While it may look like a lost pawn, which is attacked thrice, but instead taking in anyway is bad here. Let's look at why. If he takes with the e pawn, the d5 pawn is undefended. Queen h7 check, with king to f8, the knight takes and attacks the queen and prevents king d7, once again threatening the h8 mate. If black here moves his queen to 8, then h8 check, queen exchange and check, and the rook is lost. If instead he takes with the g pawn, next is rook g1 check, with f8 being the only escape move for the king, and now queen d6 check. Well, black can defend. If he defends with the queen, it's mate in 1, If he defends with the rook, then knight to d5 with a double attack. If black takes that knight, the queen falls, then when he takes, check and mate. So even this variant is a failure. That's the beauty of this move, because it forces black not to take. If he takes with the queen, it's an instant mate again. Black here, aware of the potential dangers, plays queen g7 and now Kasparov takes. Here, once again, if he takes the pawn with the rook, the b8 rook is vulnerable along with the knight. So black is forced to take with the pawn. And now rook to g1. Everything that has Kasparov envisioned has happened. A quicker and more forced attack than black's, while forcing him only to defend. Black plays rook f8, with the idea of rook f6 to try and defend the g6 pawn, but bishop d3 prevents that. Black goes on to play rook f6. And now another brilliant move by Kasparov, e4, with the idea of e5. Unable to take it because the knight would join the fray, rook would retreat and white here absolutely wins. But black fights the best line of defense here with pawn to e5, blocking the pawn, but now the d5 pawn falls. Rook is attacked and retreats, and another great move by Kasparov in g6, binding the black queen. Unable to take due to the looming threat of the h8 mate, and if he doesn't take, the queen is lost anyways. I hope you like this match analysis, where Kasparov displayed just how active and aggressive a chess match can be played. His intentions were solid with the bishop sacrifice as you saw, which led to an aggressive attack and a tactical outplay, eventually getting the win in the 25th move. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel, as it helps us deliver more quality chess content for you to enjoy. See you in the next one.